Today I want to do a short video really highlighting and comparing the early performance sedans for Mercedes-Benz. Before AMG, which we're all familiar with, there's AMG models for almost every car. They did not have that, and so their first performance sedans really were in their large sedan class. So the first one was the W109, which is the 300 SEL 6.3 liter, which ran from 1968 to 1972. 10 years later was the W116, which is the Mercedes 400 SEL 6.9 model, which ran from 1975 to 1980. And finally, the Mercedes 560 SEL, which ran from 1986 to 1991. All three of these sedans were really top of the line for Mercedes-Benz. All three of them, I think, at one time held the moniker of fastest production sedan on the road. And all three of them were really the predecessors to the AMG model. Thanks. Okay, we'll give you a quick overview of the interior of each of the cars. This is the Mercedes 6.3. It's billed as being, very luxurious car for the time. It did have options which this car doesn't have for rear picnic tables and side curtain windows. This one is equipped with leather interior, cassette player, obviously not climate control, but air conditioning system. It did have an option for a sunroof, but very comfortable, well equipped. Power equipment, all it really had was power windows, no cruise control, intermittent wipers, anything like that. For the 6.9, again, 10 years later, this is a 1979 versus the other car is a 1969. Had significantly more power equipment on it. Power windows, power door locks, climate control, AM/FM cassette, power antenna, rear window defroster, power sunroof. It does have cruise control. As I mentioned before, this was the first car that was equipped with ABS brakes. It does have the hydro pneumatic suspension. And then finally, the 560, which in fact this car is a 1989, so 10 years later, much more luxuriously equipped. Really has most all the options you'd look for today, other than it doesn't have the electronics. Has an AM/FM Becker cassette, climate control, cruise control, intermittent wipers, sunroof, power seats with memory. One of the nicest things I think it has is a middle sun block visor. When you put the other sun visors down, I've never seen that on a car. Totally blocks out the sun. And then in the rear has rear footrest, rear headrest, has heated rear seats, and it has a power seat, which only works when the car is running. So it just basically slightly reclines the seat for you, but much more luxurious. As you step up in these cars, the level of road noise significantly changes as you get towards this later model from the 6.3, which is, you can definitely hear your environment, up to the 560, which is very, very silent. Okay, first we'll look at the engines. First, in the W109, the Mercedes 6.3. We have a 6.3 liter, dual single overhead valves, mechanical fuel injection, and air controlled suspension. The engine had a 9.0 to 1 compression ratio and would generate 247 horsepower and 369 foot-pounds of torque. Moving over to the W116, the engine is a 6.83 liter, compression ratio 8.8 to 1. This was the largest engine Mercedes ever put into a car, and was the largest non-US or largest engine in any foreign car to date. The Cadillac Eldorado had a 7.2 liter engine in it. This engine produced anywhere from 300 horsepower in the European version to 250 horsepower for the catalytic converter version in the US, and between 360 and 405 foot-pounds of torque. Has the hydraulic hydropneumatic suspension. That's the hydraulic unit there. And then moving over to the W126, which is a 5.5 liter engine. Has a 10.5 to 1 compression ratio. Produces 300 horsepower with 336 foot-pounds of torque. All very similar, but evolution of technology. They all produced the same thing, and that was really the fastest production sedans in the world in their time.